Welcome back to Capitol Review. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser announced that she will not seek another term in office.
I have the best job in Washington. I'm the mayor of my hometown, so I'll leave it at that. Now, if we become a state, maybe I'll come back and run for governor. When we become a state.
Joining us is Dr. Omekongo Dibinga, a political science professor at American University and a principal at Upstander International. Dr. Dibinga, welcome back to Capitol Review.
Thanks for having me.
We're always glad to have you. Your reaction to Mayor Muriel Bowser not running again?
Well, I think ultimately she made the right choice when people are talking about, the need for new leadership, the need to have a change. I mean, she came in 2015. She's been doing it for 10 years. I'm sure she wants to move on to other things. And I think people probably underestimate how hard it is to work with Trump 2.0. She was a little bit more critical of him in the first administration. But this time around, things are a little bit different. And I think she has to really weigh whether she wants to deal with that for another 3 years if she was to run again, in 2027 after her term ends.
Dr. Dibinga, does this open the door for perhaps a variety of candidates? The district has certainly become more diverse over the years.
I think that absolutely opens the door. I'm very interested to see where D.C. is going to go. I mean, you got everybody from, council members, McDuffie to George, and people are talking about they represent a range of ideas from more business friendly to more community minded. And this is going to be a real challenge for D.C. to see where it's going to go. And I think that a variety of candidates is going to be good. This city belongs to everybody who lives there, and it should be open to people who have diverse opinions. There shouldn't be one model that's going to be the clear favorite.
So obviously you support a variety of candidates, but what kind of a candidate do you think is most attractive to the majority of D.C. residents?
I think the majority of D.C. residents are going to want somebody who is going to be on the more moderate side, but not afraid to stand up to Trump. And you can be on any side of the political spectrum, but still stand up to Trump. I feel like a lot of people felt like Mayor Bowser got soft, removing Black Lives Matter Plaza, some of the, kind of being somewhat critical of the National Guard, but not going as hard as people want. A lot of people in the community, Ward 7 and 8 and other places feel like she didn't really bring diverse voices to the table, even though she made some, positive gains in terms of schools and like. But I feel like people want somebody who is going to be able to challenge this administration while serving the needs of the city. But some people say you can't serve the needs of the city the way you want to if you don't appease Trump. I mean, we got $1 billion that got removed from, public safety efforts under his administration. So that's something that's we're going to have to be mindful of.
You talk about appeasing the current administration, specifically President Trump. And talking to folks here in the region, some say that a moderate mayor may work better with President Trump and his administration, more so than a progressive, although he was very welcoming to New York's mayor-elect.
Yeah, well, I think that's where the conflict's going to go. I mean, I don't feel like D.C. residents, even though it's become more diverse economically, racially, and politically in many ways, I still feel like D.C. wants to maintain as much independence as possible, even though, we, obviously taxation without representation, we are not a state. We don't have that type of representation. But people do not want, I don't believe the people of D.C. are going to vote for somebody who is going to be seen as a sycophant to Trump in any way, shape, or form. They are going to want to elect a fighter, and I feel like whoever comes in, if they come in with that mandate from the people, they're going to be able to get their agenda put forward. Anybody who's looked at as capitulating to Trump, they might be good as it relates to the relations of the city with the Trump administration, but they're not going to be good for the relationships of the mayor with the people of D.C. And I think whoever runs has to be mindful of that.
Dr. Omekongo Dibinga, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.